Hey there, Resume Leslie here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Tuesday, Happy New Year, Happy 2021. Thank you finally for being here. Today, I will be talking to you about how you can predict the future. Okay, well, maybe not predict the future, but I will be diving into the science behind how your mindset can actually affect your job search outcome. First, I want to tell you about my new LinkedIn Live schedule. So every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central, I will be doing Career Tip Tuesdays. The first Tuesday of the month will be a pop-up class. That's what we'll get into today when we talk about how mindset affects your job search outcome. This will be an in-depth look about a specific job search topic every first Tuesday of the month. Second Tuesdays will be a series that I will be calling Behind Hiring. This is where I go behind the hiring process to interview hiring insiders and give you a look behind the scenes at exactly what you need to know and what recruiters and hiring managers are looking for. Third Tuesdays, I'm doing a series that I like to call Roast My Resume. I will be doing live resume reviews of real job seeker resumes. I am accepting applications for that now. I posted yesterday evening about it, and I will continue to post about it throughout the month to give you the opportunity to send me your resume if you're interested in having me review that. It's called Roast My Resume, but this is very lighthearted. It's really just about giving you honest, direct feedback. And letting other people see that process and see and learn from different resumes from different fields and industries and everything like that. So it's called Roast My Resume, but that's really just because I'm a sucker for alliteration. So if you're interested in that, contact me and send me your resume. Fourth Tuesdays will be job search Q&As. So I'll be taking live questions from job seekers about any and all things job search and career related. That will be a consistent schedule every month. If there are any changes, I'll be sure to let you know, but I am excited to get in front of you and give you some of the different facets of the job search every week and try and help you find job search and career happiness. So today is the first Tuesday of the month, and that means a pop-up class. Most of these pop-up classes will be based around actionable tips and strategies that you can implement right away in your job search to start making improvements and having more success. Because I think that really is the best possible way that I can serve you, is to explain to you the best ways to do things or what needs to be done so that you can go out, implement that, and start seeing success. However, I do think it's incredibly important for you to have a strong foundational understanding to make decisions and do things on your own as well, when I may not be sitting in front of you or doing a live and telling you exactly what to do next. So to help you start off the year with a strong foundation, I want to talk to you about mindset. I talk about mindset a lot with my clients, and I truly believe that mindset is one of the most important aspects of having an effective job search. The right mindset and approach can help you write a better resume. It can help you network and communicate better, and it can even help you give better answers to interview questions. And mindset as a whole really plays a huge role in the outcome of your job search too. So it's not just a little here and a little there, but it really plays a role in your job search from start to finish and can affect the outcome of your job search. And that's really what I want to get into today. There's science behind that. The human brain loves to be right. It absolutely loves to be right. It is an evolutionary trait that dates way back to a time when humans really had to be able to predict risk in order to stay alive. Those who could predict the best times to hunt, the best times to take shelter, the best times to go out, or when bad weather might be coming, so to stay in, those were the people that stayed alive. And those who couldn't do those things, or who weren't as good at predicting risk, didn't stay alive. They just didn't survive. So our brains are hardwired to want to be right in pretty much everything we do. And if you think about it, that's why ridiculous internet arguments are such a thing. Shouting out into the void about our own rightness somehow makes us feel good on a primal level. So it's a primal human instinct. It's also why simplistic, repetitive music is so pleasing to the masses, because after like half the song, you can predict how the rest will go and even start to sing along. It's also why confirmation bias is such a big thing. So if you don't know about confirmation bias is the tendency to search for, interpret, favor, and recall information in a way that it confirms or supports our prior beliefs or values. So in other words, people tend to unconsciously select information that supports their views and completely ignore non-supportive information. Confirmation bias is exactly why your mindset affects your job search outcome. So, if you have a positive mindset and you believe that your job search will go well, then there's a much higher likelihood that it will go well because your brain will be more open to finding opportunities to support that belief. And at the same time, it will even disregard many issues or events that could lead to a different outcome. By the same token, if you have a negative mindset and you believe that your job search will go poorly, then that outcome becomes more likely because your brain will tend towards finding reasons to support that belief and may even ignore perfectly valid opportunities that would lead to a successful job search outcome. It's pretty tricky, and there are definitely ways that we can combat this, which I'll get into in just a minute. Another way, though, that mindset can really affect your job search outcome is the difference between planning to win and planning to fail. And a quick side note here to give credit where credit is due. I've had mindset on the schedule for today for a few weeks now. And over the weekend, I got an email from a list that I'm on from all around boss lady and self-made millionaire Rachel Rodgers. She's fantastic. I'm not an affiliate or anything. I'm just on her list and I like her a bunch. And I got an email this weekend from her list that talks about this planning to win piece and how planning to win versus planning to fail is a really important thing to understand. And I read that and it was like this, it was just so golden that it's practically my life motto now. Seriously, it fits in perfectly with mindset. So I want to drop that piece in here, but credit to Rachel Rodgers. She's fantastic. Go find her, follow her. She's great. Anyway, planning to win versus planning to fail. So planning to fail in your job search sounds something like, I'm not going to tell anybody about my job search or career goals because what if things go badly and what if they see me fail? You're already planning for that failure outcome. Instead, planning to win would sound something like, I'm shouting my goals from the rooftops because I know I'm laying the groundwork for things to go well, and I know I'll need more support, and I want to let the people in my life know about this. That is a totally different mindset versus the first one. So planning to win means that you assume that you will reach and exceed your goals instead of assuming that you'll fail. So I shared a couple of examples of planning to win versus planning to fail. If you start to recognize those thought patterns and pinpointing your limiting beliefs and behaviors, you can make conscious changes. So it's not just, this is the thought pattern that I have and it's not changeable. You can really make conscious changes. So as you go through your job search, try to take time to recognize your state of mind. Take time to notice when negative thoughts arise and see what you can do to turn those thoughts into something more positive. Here are some examples of how to turn a negative thought into a more positive one. So if you're in your job search and you're thinking, I'm so frustrated. I've applied to so many jobs. I haven't gotten past the first or second round of any of them. And that's kind of the thought that's permeating in your brain and you're feeling frustrated. Try turning that thought into, I know the right role is out there for me. And every no gets me one step closer to a yes. And that's not just flowery language that you're giving yourself. This is actually true. Every no gets you one step closer to a yes. In some ways, a job search is a numbers game. Doesn't mean you should be applying to everything out there, but you should be giving yourself the opportunity to have these experiences. Let that rejection redirect you to something closer to a yes. Another negative thought that may be coming up in your job search is something like, oh, I can't believe they put me through this many interviews and then they wound up selecting someone else. I know that some of us have had that experience and it can be really, really frustrating. But if you think about that and you try to turn that around and instead try thinking, it's really cool that I got so much practice on my interviewing skills through this process. I'm going to knock it out of the park when the right opportunity comes along. That's a great way to reframe and rephrase that and try and think more on the positive side and let that next opportunity that's coming pull you through. One more negative thought that we can try turning into a positive one. So if you are deep in your job search and you're thinking, oh, I'm so tired of all this tedious researching and applying, maybe it's more like, man, I'm learning so much about the ins and outs of the jobs I want. This is making me even more qualified for when the right opportunity comes up. You may think that this seems eye-rollingly cheesy at first. I certainly did. It's not easy for me to hop on the bandwagon of positivity, but I've learned in the last couple of years that it really makes a difference and it truly does work. It's just science. The last thing I'll say about how mindset affects your job search is that it's not just about your mindset. You have to take action too. But if you have a success-oriented mindset as the foundation for all the actions you take, you're much more likely to be successful. So that's really what it's all about. Let that underlying mindset that you have be more positive and let that lead you to more positive outcomes. Okay, I hope you found this helpful and thank you for joining me for the first Career Tip Tuesday of 2021. Remember, next Tuesday, I'll go behind hiring. I am interviewing a very special guest that I am super excited about. Keep your eyes peeled for that announcement later in the week on who that first guest will be. Also, I want to let you know that this year I'm creating so many new ways to serve job seekers, including a super helpful job search launch kit, self-guided video trainings, and a group program to help job seekers at all levels and stages. So if you're interested in knowing more about that and staying updated, be sure to join my email list. You will be the first to know about all of these new services and products that I'll be putting out early this year. You'll also have access to exclusive early bird discounts when I put those out. And you will get, just for signing up, a 5-step resume writing action plan that will help you write a resume that will actually get you more interviews. So go to resumeleslie.com/resume-plan. It is right there at the bottom of your screen, and you can join my list and you'll get that action plan and you'll get weekly emails from me with information about all the ways that I have to serve you. Again, Happy New Year. I'm so excited about this year. I'm so excited to be here to help you through your job search. I hope you're excited too. I hope you have a great day. I will see you next Tuesday.